Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We're at the point where we need to start grinding out our rifts, regular and also greater. We need to reach GR20 solo and also get 5 dual crafting recipes, which really means we just need some drops. We could grind it out with some bounties, but doing the greater rifts means we'll get legendary gems, which we're going to need for our final build. We have been running at Torment 4 so far, so I think let's just try a GR20 right now. We're not going to empower it because we need to save our money so we can buy more recipes. But other than that, we should be good to go. Let's give it a go and see how it feels. This is already terrifying. Let's retreat forwards, which is a terrible idea, as always. Let's see if we can't get some of these damn trees cleared off. That is a lot of pain. Oh dear, this is very bad. Just trying to pump Aquila Curus to keep us alive in the middle of that. That's a terrible start. If we weren't as survivable, we would be seriously struggling with all of that. Luckily, we are pretty damn tanky as far as hardcore mages go. Okay, let's grab all these purple orbs. First thing in the morning on a Saturday, not what I expected in the very first rift. I thought, oh, we'll have a nice casual rift and it'll be fine, and get a couple of annoying mobs once I've had a chance to warm up. No chance to warm up. I should have gone to Act 1, killed some skeletons, got my feet back, that kind of stuff. It's very much in our interest to keep moving forwards, albeit a little bit slowly at times. With shield pile, and that'll help. Okay, now we can actually just go full on burn without worrying about losing our damage reduction. We do want to kill all of these because we don't want to have troubles retreating should anything go wrong.
Still waiting.
That's the other thing. Doing Greater Rifts, we are going to get quite a bit more experience than we would otherwise. So we'll be able to level up our Paragon levels quite a bit faster, and that'll make us stronger, and that will all help us in our progress. Our shield pile is almost gone, which is a bit of a shame, but we've got a good buffer of time. For now, at least. Another elite. Good times. sure he's dead.
Still waiting.
Get right into the middle of the next pack. And this could be a much worse rift, in all honesty. The start was a little bit leery, but regularly seems to be okay.
Still waiting.
Paragon? Sure. That's going to then be a non-question for getting mobs killed. So much more damage. Especially when we combine it with strong embraces. Meteor's just absolutely obliterating everything.
Not ready yet.
Of course, doesn't last forever. But we did manage to get decent amount of progress while we had it.
Still waiting.
And up this way. Yeah, I reckon we've got plenty of time to kill the Rift Guardian, even if we have to play keep away a fair bit.
Not ready yet.
Quite a lot of damage that those pylons put out.
Need more time.
Orbit of Fire Chains, Teleporter, Electrified. Well, the Teleporter is probably the most worrying part about that because of the fire chains that they have. Oh, that actually went alright. Well, not going to be waiting for long. Probably not worth spending the time to kill these individually, but they gotta go. More fire chains. Let's hope he doesn't move behind us. Okay, just the one of them left. That makes it a hell of a lot easier to kill. Almost thought Cormac might get the kill there, but alas, his damage output isn't good enough, and it won't be for a while actually.
Not ready yet.
So the big push for us to get these things ticked off is so we can get the last parts of Tal's set. That's going to improve our damage output. And that in turn is going to let us run at higher difficulty levels. Because we're definitely survivable at this point, and if we were killing things faster, then it would be even more so. Yeah, I think out of the belts, if we go for the one that reduces our disintegrate power usage, we'll be able to keep Aquila Curus up permanently, and that's really what we're going to need, because we don't have that much damage mitigation yet. Eventually we're going to have the Firebird Set, which I think gives us an 80% damage reduction, but none of it really scales. So it becomes a bit of an interesting one to consider. Well, this conduit's been pretty handy. It's going to run out before we get to the Rift Guardian. Yeah, if we were using Ancient Path and Defenders and we're trying to stun mobs, then our damage mitigation would change depending on what was nearby, but that's not going to be the case.
Need more time. I'm so good, I astound myself.
97%. Not quite going to get it in this section, I don't think. That's alright. With the Greater Rift, as long as we kill enough mobs, everything else will vanish. So even if this had a bit of a dangerous start, it would still be fine for us to work with. I would love to save my black hole for engaging the Rift Guardian straight away. Alright, we can face tank that for a little bit, but let's not really do that. You know what, I'm gonna back up into this place just a bit. Because otherwise we're gonna run out of space to run away to. And that's never gonna be cool. He's going down pretty quickly. A nice, easy Rift Guardian to start off with. And there's a whole bunch of things for us, including Bane of the Powerful. Now, we're not going to use Bane of the Powerful for long, but we are going to use it because it's a free 30% damage increase. Ooh, look at that. So that takes us straight to the 6p set. We don't even need to finish the journey at this point. I mean, we are going to finish the season journey, but that's just boosted our ability to run these rifts quite significantly. And an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac to go with it. It would drop our toughness quite a lot, but it will reduce our cooldowns. When we're using Archon, it would probably be quite handy. So it's a real shame it doesn't emanate. That's what I'm thinking. It's a real shame it doesn't emanate. We'll take the hit on the vitality. We're doing significantly larger amount of damage now. I also need sockets in this, so I think we'll lose the attack speed increase and turn that into a socket. But look at this! So many Paragon levels. And of course we get a whole bunch of blood shards as well. Right, so over here, we do want the cooldown of skills to be sorted eventually. We won't care about resource costs, actually. So let's reroll resource cost. We can't because we need Imperial Rubies. Well, that answers that question then, doesn't it? That needs Imperial Rubies. This one doesn't. Let's lose that attack speed increase and see if we can cycle it around. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. That's given us back our nice stack of health though. So for the moment, Bane of the Powerful is going to just sit on the sidelines until we get a socket in something. There's not really much we can do with it. I am going to want some gems in here. But yeah, let's boost our intelligence a little bit, I think. Because there's not really much else that we can... Well, I suppose we could put another one of these in. Yeah, intelligence and resistance, that'll do. It'll do for now. We're still going to be gambling for focus and restraint. Those are the two real kickers. I'm wondering if we want to put Archon on our bar now. We could get rid of Spectral Blades and replace it with Black Hole. And then we can put Archon over here. And for the moment, that's doing Arcane. Yeah, we'll want it to be fire, really. So let's go with... Combustion. So now's the point where we're going to want cooldown reduction up here.
Oh, just making sure
And that's going to mean sorting out some gems. Right, let's just rework this ever so slightly. I don't really want to spend the money to do that, actually, looking at it. So let's put that up. That in. And that in. That'll do. 11% cooldown reduction is not terrible. And let's go to Act 2 and buy that dual crafting recipe. And then we'll hop in and do another Great Rift.
I can't believe what people throw away. I want to buy some of it.
Now, obviously, we're going to need to find more. But that's enough for us to get the rest of Tal's set. So we'll enlist in the Slayer. So now it's asking us to go up even higher and grind out greater rifts. But we're going to do it with better equipment. Chest, pants, and sauce. Oh, those are better. Yeah, look at that. And we're not going to use the sauce because we're using a two-handed weapon at the moment. That might change in the future. This would improve our damage, actually. But we will lose the 10% cooldown from Born Set. So I think we'll keep Born Set for now. Instead, that's going to come across. This is going to come across. I need the gems out of here. That'll do for now. Alright, Kadala, gambling for rings.
That's too bad.
And that's a little bit disappointing. We can upgrade one of them, because we do have Death's Breaths. not hugely useful. We'll give it to our good friend and salvage up the previous ones. And then I think, yeah, running for more resources is going to be the way to go. Let's go into Great Rifts. And with our extra damage, we can definitely put it up. Can't afford to empower it. There's no surprise there. Well, we are already exploding. And it feels good. It feels so good. Obviously, there's quite a huge cooldown on that, but I'd say I'm pretty happy with the amount of damage we're going to be putting out. The difficulty is going to be knowing when to do the supermassive black hole and working things out that way, but all our elemental stacks are going to be building up quite nicely. Let's get this channeling pollen. I would love it if we had every single rune in Archon, but we don't, so we're just going to have to make do. But 52 stacks. And having that damage reduction. A significant step up in terms of survivability. So this is telling me we can put the difficulty up probably to Torment 6. And then start running at that level. This is just a placeholder until we actually get the Firebird set. It will do, is the honesty. We're not expecting it to be amazing forever, we're just expecting it to be good enough for now. It's a lot of damage output that we're getting there. It's really satisfying exploding at everything. Really, really satisfying. This is what we've been looking forward to for pretty much the whole season so far. Let's swing back round down this little passageway. A power pylon, as if we weren't powerful enough. Well, that was unsurprisingly quick. Ooh, Legacy of Dreams, that's not one we're going to be using. Ooh, Nemesis Bracers though. That's one we could definitely use. Okay, we want to head back to town, and we're going to definitely up the difficulty. And then we'll run through some more of these.
My knowledge increases.
Oh, Cormac. This emanates. So, there you go, mate.
Ah, good.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Maybe we should re-roll that intelligence on it to strength. But we'd need to have a strength-based character in order to do that, so that'll be something for later, if we decide to invest the resources. Okay, so things we can start extracting. Let's two-handed. How many death breaths have we got? We've only got 10. Yeah, let's just salvage up what we've got for now, and we'll ask Kadala for another ring.
Anything could happen. What a steal.
No, thank you.
Fate smiles on you today.
That's a no on either of them. Okay. Difficulty going up. We're going to go to Torment 6 and see how it feels. We might be able to go higher than that. But bear in mind we're still using a level 68 weapon. So, obviously, caution. Caution first.
Many Nephilim have stood where you are now, but few succeed. Not ready yet.
Yeah, we might be able to go up to Torment 8. Thing is, it's one of those things where it'll be fine until it's not, and then it'll be really not fine. And Archon mode is not a true test of our survivability. It's not even close.
Need more time.
But this is very, very manageable.
Not ready yet.
Hello, anyone up here? Yeah.
Need more time.
Yay, extra death breaths. And lots of experience coming in as well. I mean, at the moment, we're not at a point where we can get Avaricia done, but I'm very much looking forward to going around the ruins of Corvus, just exploding at all those mobs. It's going to be satisfying, I think is the right way of putting it. There's something very cathartic about just becoming a walking bomb. Let's transition this across just because Amos has decided he's going to pop up and say hello. You alright, mate? You know you're safe when you can afford to play one-handed. Now we've got a shield pylon, so I can ignore all of that. You're settling down, you little potato.
Still waiting. Not
Only 27 Archon stacks at the end there. Where are we going? Up that way, okay. Still got plenty of shield pylon left. Which is also distorting our view ever so slightly, but only ever so slightly, because really we're killing things so quickly with this damage boost from Tal's set. Don't throw me around. It's frustrating. This whole area is a bit dark and gloomy. Ooh, some gloves. Always interested in getting more loot. Now, focus and restraint, of course, won't be helping with keeping our Archon skills up, so I could change it over for the Convention of Elements and the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. There's a lot of flexibility with this build, depending on what you find and which way you want to go with it. The hardest thing is trying to see what you're walking on. Honestly, it's sometimes standing in poison and not realizing it. Those death breaths, and it should be Rift Guardian time. There we go. Hello, Tetris. Goodbye, Tetris. Okay, so that was pretty substantial, I would say, in terms of a demonstration. We gained a load of points there, and that was just a regular rift. Let's have a look and see what those gloves were, and then I am going to put the difficulty up. If we wanted to do a Hydra thing, then we could go with Typhons. Not a terrible plan in itself, not a brilliant item either. I'm going to salvage up the rest of this. And now we're at the point where we're going to start rolling in gems. Okay, let's put the difficulty up and we'll run another regular rift. So 8 should be fine. And if 8's fine, we can grind this out for a little bit. Get a good selection of legendary gems and start thinking about defensive rather than offensive setups. Because our offensive setups are going to pretty much play themselves. Yeah, that's a bit better in terms of the enemy survivability. And yeah, it feels like a lot of damage coming in, but... So it's a little bit challenging. We do have the cheat deaths, so we can afford to take some risks, but this might be just at the edge of what we can do. And that's the thing, if you get some slightly dangerous critters, you know there's going to be some that are really dangerous, one-shotting and things like that. Yeah, that was all right. We'll see how it feels with the Rift Guardian when the time comes, but if we can run at this level, it will be better for us because we'll level up that much faster. So there's definitely an incentive there. And there's no point in constantly hiding in terror. If you're confident in your abilities, in your setup, you should be running at the highest level you can. That explosion going into Archon mode is pretty impressive. Okay, one side of the map cleared out. Really don't want to be jumped on by those guys, so just a tactical retreat just to make sure that we were safe. Let's refresh our abilities as well while we're here. Don't want to go on yet, because I'm quite enjoying killing everything in here. Ow, wow, that fireball did most of our health in one go. Yeah, that was getting a little bit ouchy.
Still waiting.
Our regen is not great in itself. Oh, it must have been little bits of poison coming from off screen. Couldn't see them because of the pillar. Yeah, that'll take our health down quite sharpish. Now, pops those guys open. Just in time for Archon mode to end. Let's grab that Nephilim glory while we're looking at it. Yeah, we're getting a decent reduction on the black hole cooldown because of Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. That's definitely a big advantage for what we're trying to do. Ow. Yeah, generally I'm liking what we've got going at the moment. Does sometimes feel a little bit dangerous. Oh, another ring. We can have a gander and see what it was to give us. That was actually really painful. Let's actually have a look at that ring now, because I am curious. Justice Lantern? It's a step up from Weird Ward. Okay, is there going to be enough mobs here to get the Rift Guardian here? I do hope so. Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be enough. With this guy whizzing around as he is. Okay, looks like we've got our old friend back. Let's drink a potion. There we go, just managed to face tank our way through it. Okay, so dangerous but survivable. That's what we're finding out from Torment 8. Let's hand this in and then we'll see how many Paragon levels we got from that. Look at that. 8. So this is just going to start making it a lot easier. No unidentified items, so let's just salvage up what we have. Did we want to extract Weird Ward? We probably did. So that can come across to there. Various gems and things going in there. And we've got some shards, so let's have a chat with Kadala.
Hello there. Let's do that.
That is too expensive.
It's going to be disappointing for a while, but we can afford to upgrade 2 rings if we have the crystals. We do.
Fact is well.
Ooh. It's interesting. Also interesting in a different way. So we could go Unity and something else. And then like have that as a full defensive build and keep Cormac alive and use him as a 50% damage reduction. It's not the worst idea. Let's pull that across. Hell of Carini, not sure on at the moment, but it's not worth us Actually, it might be worth us switching off Bulkathos to that and changing this over. But if we change this over, we'd need to change Black Hole over as well, which is not a problem. Let's have a look and see what we could do with Storm Armor. So we can reduce our arcane power cost, which would mean we could change our familiar over. Yeah, this is seeming reasonable. So if we go Power of the Storm, so we've got Lightning, we've got Arcane. Well, we could change the Arcanaut for Icicle. That means we can change our Black Hole over for Spell Steel. That's probably workable. Okay, let's test how long we can do our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds. That's significant enough. Over here, Band of... Yeah, you may as well keep Band of Hollow Whispers. We'll just put Bulkathos in there. And that means we can actually socket up Bane of the Powerful, which is going to give us quite a big damage boost after we kill our first elite stack. I am a bit worried about our level of life, but I'm sure we'll be able to rework that at some point. Might be worth us considering like rolling some vitality onto some things, but it's all going to be a question for another time. Unfortunately, we are out of time for this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.